Hello friends, welcome to my channel Prasad Joshi Astro Universe. Today we are going to talk about the concept of gemstones. So the concept behind gemstones is that the stones that an individual wears represents the cosmic energies that are carried out by all these planets. So if you are wearing say for example pearl, then pearl will represent the cosmic energies of moon, and if moon is a benefic planet in your horoscope and is placed in good houses, that is 1 2 4 5 9 10 11, then person can derive benefits from pearl as a stone. So these stones are nothing but a mini representative of these planets. The question that now arises is that will these stones benefit all the individuals all the times? So I am going to explain you through this example horoscope how do you look at a chart from a gemstone point of view, and what gemstones can be recommended to an individual, and how you can find out a stone that you can wear in your own chart. So let's begin. This is an example of an Aries ascendant horoscope. The first thing that you need to see is that what stones should never be worn by an individual. So three houses 6, 8 and 12 are the pain creating houses in any individual's horoscope, and the signs that occupy these houses are fixed signs. Therefore a person should always avoid wearing stones of the signs that are occupying these three houses. You can still wear the planets that are occupying these signs because planets are always moving, therefore they are not going to harm you on a permanent basis, but signs are definitely going to create a problem. So the first concept is to understand what I should not wear. So in this case, Mercury, Mars and Jupiter, these are the three problem creating signs or planets for this individual. Now Jupiter and Mars also happen to occupy the trine positions 9 and 1. So again the question arises, should a person wear a stone? So before arriving at the result, we should also see the position of Jupiter with respect to the planet whose stone we are planning to wear. So if I give you an example, if an individual was planning to wear the stone that is represented by Mars, that is the coral stone, can he or she wear that stone? So Mars also happens to be the ascendant lord in this horoscope and is posited in the 9th house, which is a beneficial house. So the condition that we need to look at is that planet should be in a good angle with Jupiter. So Jupiter and the planet whose stone you are planning to wear should form a trine angle, a sextile or a semi-sextile angle. So in this case, Mars is in a trine angle with Jupiter, so one can wear the stone of Mars. Now next question is, which house results the coral stone will provide us? So coral first of all will not provide results all the time. It will only provide results when Mars falls in Mahadasha, Antardasha and Pratyantardasha, and it will only provide the results of the house where Mars is placed. In this case this is 9th house, 1st and the 8th houses, the two signs that are represented by Mars. Now 8th house again is a negative house, so person will have to utilize the negative energies of this house by doing the acts that are associated with the 8th house. So if this person takes up astrology as a hobby or gets engaged in research on a part or a full-time basis, then he or she will be able to address the negative energies of the 8th house. Or the best thing that this individual can do is to take up the wealth of spouse and make small investments over a course of time. So this person will also be able to wear ruby as a stone, because Sun is a trine lord but it is posited in the 12th house. So if he wears a ruby stone also along with coral, he will be able to address both the negative houses because Sun is placed here in the 12th house. So the moment he wears a stone that is associated with Sun, both 5th and 12th houses are going to get activated. But if he takes his wife's money, makes small kind of an investment over a period of time, then the negative energy of both 8th and 12th house is utilized, and he will be able to wear both the stones, coral and ruby, and will be able to derive benefit of all the three houses which are 1, 5 and 9. This is how one needs to assess what kind of a stone one should wear in an horoscope. Always remember, no stone is going to benefit you throughout your life. It will all depend on when they are going to feature in your Maha, Antar and Pratyantar Dasha, and unless they have an influence of a huge benefic like Jupiter, they are not going to give you any advantage. So this is a very important condition that needs to be met in the horoscope. So we are now going to use a similar principles and apply them on all the ascendants one by one. Taurus ascendant. For Taurus ascendant, the ascendant lord is Venus. Saturn becomes a very strong benefic for this Taurus ascendant people because it occupies the ninth and the 10th house. So the question that can be asked is, what planet stone I should wear? So if you look at this example, Venus is the ascendant lord and is placed in the second house along with moon, and both of them are in conjunction. So this person anyways will be able to earn a lot of money easily because the first house lord is sitting in the second and second house lord is sitting in the first. So there is an exchange of the first and second house lord, which is a very good condition for earning money. So we see that Venus is already in a strong position, but can this individual wear the stone of Saturn? See, Saturn is a highly rated functional benefic in this chart, but it is sitting in the 8th house and is already getting aspected by 3 benefics. Venus and moon are aspecting Saturn through the 7th aspect, and Jupiter is aspecting Saturn through its 9th aspect. So if one wears the stone of Saturn but at the same time tries to utilize the negative energies of the 8th house, then this person will see that the blue sapphire is going to benefit this individual immensely. So yes, they can wear the stone of Saturn. In general, people who are in Taurus ascendant can wear stones of Mercury, because Mercury is the owner of both 2nd and 5th house. Saturn, because they are owning 10th and 11th house. So for Taurus ascendant, Mercury and Saturn are the only 2 planets that can give them the desired benefit, because Venus again getting involved in the 6th house will cause them health troubles if they wear diamond. So they should only go for emerald and blue sapphire, provided they meet the rules that have been specified earlier in the video. Now let us move to the Gemini ascendant. So for Gemini ascendant, Mercury becomes the ascendant lord, Venus is the owner of 5th house, and Saturn is the owner of 9th house. Now the dilemma with Gemini ascendant is that Venus is the owner of 5th house, but it also owns the 12th house, and Saturn is the owner of 9th house, but it also owns the 8th house. So Mercury is the only planet whose ring these people can wear, because in this case Mercury owns both the 1st and 4th house lord. If you look at this example horoscope itself, ascendant lord itself is forming a conjunction with the trine owner, that is the 5th house lord, and both of them have gone in the 12th house. So this shows that this person most probably go for his education in a foreign country, will also be able to settle down there for the longer term, because the 4th house lord is also in the 12th along with the 5th house lord. Can he or she wear the stone of Mercury in this case? So if you look in this example, Jupiter is actually not aspecting Mercury. So this person, even if he wears the stone of Mercury, will not be able to derive any benefit out of this stone. Instead of that, if this person wears the stone of Venus, that is diamond, then the current Mahadasha is also that of Venus. So it will be more beneficial for this person to wear diamond at the current stage rather than wearing the stone of Mercury, since Mercury is not getting that desired aspect from Jupiter. Even if this person wears stones of Mercury, or for that matter even Venus, they are not going to get benefited in this horoscope. Otherwise, the stones that are usually considered for Gemini ascendant are emerald, diamond and blue sapphire. For Cancer ascendant, the stones that are usually recommended are that of Moon, Mars and Jupiter, being the owner of 1st, 5th and 9th house. If you look specifically in this example, Mars is posited in the 5th house, but it is in its debilitated sign. So if you wear a stone of Moon, that is pearl, it is actually going to cause more harm than good. The next stone that comes in is the stone of Mars, because Mars is the owner of both 5th and the 10th house. So can one wear a coral stone? Mars himself is posited in the 9th house, and it is also forming a benefic angle with Jupiter, that is the sextile angle. Therefore this person can wear the coral stone. So the next question that is asked is, can I wear the stone of Jupiter? Jupiter is sitting in the 11th house, 9th house lord is placed in 11th, but it is not aspecting its own house, which is 6th house. Therefore we will not be able to suggest that you should wear white sapphire here, because it will also activate the 6th house, and Saturn being placed here anyways will ask this individual to be highly disciplined. Therefore we can only suggest this person to wear the coral stone. In case of a Leo ascendant, Mars again is a highly benefic planet because it is the owner of both 4th and 9th house. In this case, Mars happens to be posited in the 8th house and is also aspected by a smaller benefic Venus and is forming a sextile angle with Jupiter. Therefore, we can suggest this individual to wear the stone of Mars, that is coral stone. The other benefic planet, which is Sun, is also sitting in the 4th house, so we can also suggest that this person can wear ruby as a stone. The third planet that is under consideration is the 9th house, that is owned by Jupiter. So Jupiter is again sitting in the 10th house, but the second sign of Jupiter falls in the 8th house. So instead of wearing Jupiter's stone, that is white sapphire, if this person wears the stone of Mars and Sun, that happens to be coral and ruby, then it is going to be very beneficial for this person. So in case of Virgo ascendant, the ascendant lord is Mercury, that is the owner of both 1st and the 10th house. The next sign is Saturn, which owns 5th and 6th house, and the third is Venus, which owns 9th house as well as the 2nd house. So if you look at this example horoscope, what are the stones that the person can wear? So let us first look at Saturn as a planet. In this case, Saturn being the owner of 5th and 6th house lord is sitting in the 4th house, which is a benefic house, but is getting a opposition aspect from Jupiter, and Jupiter is also aspecting the 11th house of Saturn. So Jupiter is actually providing the desired protection for both 4th as well as the 6th house. Both the house lord as well as its problem creating sign is getting covered. Therefore we can say that this person can wear blue sapphire as a stone. The next planet that is under consideration is Venus, because it owns both 9th and 2nd house. In this case, Jupiter is protecting 2nd house by its 5th aspect. It is also aspecting Venus through the 7th aspect. Therefore we can say that this person can also wear stone of Venus. So this person can wear both blue sapphire as well as diamond. So can he also wear a third ring finger, which happens to be the stone of Mercury, that is emerald? In this case, Mercury is posited in the 3rd house and is forming a conjunction with Sun, which again is a owner of 12th house. So in this case, if a person wears the stone of Mercury, then the chances are it will also end up activating the 12th house. Therefore this person should only restrict himself to wearing stones of blue sapphire and diamond. Now coming to the Libra ascendant. In Libra ascendant, Saturn is highly beneficial because it owns both the 4th as well as the 5th house. The partly benefic planets are Mercury and Venus because they own 9th and 12th house for Mercury and 1st and 8th house for Venus. So what ring can this person wear? In this case, Saturn owns both the 4th and 5th house sign. Jupiter doesn't aspect it. Therefore, even if this person wears blue sapphire stone, and despite Saturn being a functional benefic for Libra ascendant, it's not going to benefit this individual. The next stone is that of Venus. Now Venus is also seeing its own house, which is the 2nd house, and is also getting aspected by Jupiter. Therefore this person can definitely wear diamond as a stone. The same also holds true for Mercury, because Jupiter is forming a sextile relationship with the 12th house and is also aspecting Mercury directly. So this person will be able to wear emerald stone as well. So it's a no for Saturn in this case, but a yes for both Venus as well as Mercury. So for Scorpion ascendant, Mars is the ascendant lord, which also is the owner of 6th house. Jupiter is the owner of 5th house and owner of 2nd house, and Moon is the owner of 9th house. In this case, Jupiter is aspecting Moon through its 5th aspect and is himself getting exalted in the 9th house and is also aspecting its own house, which is 12th house. So this person can wear stones of Moon as well as Jupiter. It should also avoid wearing stone of Mars, because Mars is sitting in the 7th house, aspecting its own house, strengthening it, but this person will also end up evoking the energies of 6th house. So it is up to that individual to decide whether he or she wants to take that risk of evoking the negative energies of the 6th house. They should ideally be happy by wearing just 2 stones in this case, which happen to be Moon and Jupiter. So they can wear pearl as well as white sapphire. So for Sagittarius ascendant, Jupiter is the ascendant lord and Mars and Sun are the owner of 5th and 9th house respectively. So in this case, if you ask the question what kind of a stone this person can wear, then it's very easy to figure out, because Jupiter being the ascendant lord is sitting in the 9th house and is also aspecting its own house. So this person should be able to wear white sapphire very easily. The next stone under consideration is the coral stone, which is owned by Mars. In this case, Mars is forming a sextile relationship with Jupiter, but is also the owner of 12th house along with 5th. So the interesting part here is this: the 9th house lord, which is Sun, is also sitting in the 12th house. So if this guy is able to address the negative energies of the 12th house by meditation, by doing a lot of charity, then he should be able to also wear the stones of both Mars as well as the Sun. So effectively he can wear white sapphire, coral stone as well as ruby. So in this case, if he addresses the negative energies of the 12th house, then he can wear all the three stones. So in case of Capricorn ascendant, Saturn owns both the first and the second house. Venus, which is a highly functional planet for this ascendant, owns both the 5th and the 10th house, and Mercury owns the 9th house as well as the 6th house. So in this case, Jupiter is aspecting the ascendant with its 5th aspect, that is, there is a trine relationship between Saturn and Jupiter. So the person can very easily wear blue sapphire as its stone. So can we consider the other two planets? In this case, Jupiter is aspecting the 5th house, which is owned by Venus, but unfortunately Venus is in the 12th house and is not forming a beneficial angle with Jupiter. So we can't wear the stone of Venus without evoking the bad effects of the 12th house. The third stone could be emerald, and Mercury is also forming a benefic angle with Jupiter. Unfortunately, it is not aspecting its own house, though it is aspected by another benefic, which is Venus. So the next stone that we can consider is the emerald stone owned by Mercury. Mercury is forming a benefic sextile relationship with Jupiter, and though Jupiter is not aspecting the 6th house that is owned by Mercury, it is a benefic aspect from Venus. So this person can practically wear both emerald as well as blue sapphire. Next is the Aquarius ascendant. So in Aquarius ascendant, Saturn is the ascendant lord but is also the owner of 12th house. Venus is highly beneficial because it owns 4th and the 9th house. So in this case, you can straight away figure out that Jupiter has a trinal relationship with both Saturn as well as Venus. So this person can wear both blue sapphire as well as diamond as a stone. So Mercury is the owner of 5th house and is sitting in the 10th house. Jupiter himself is sitting in the 8th house and is damaging it further along with the moon. So although this person will be able to earn a lot of effortless money, it will be advisable that he or she doesn't wear the stone of Mercury, that is emerald, because it will evoke the negative energies of the 8th house and the person may lose this unearned wealth. In case of Pisces ascendant, Jupiter is the owner of 1st and the 10th house, Moon is the owner of 5th house, and Mars is the owner of 9th as well as the 2nd house. So if you see in this horoscope, Jupiter is aspecting its own sign, therefore this person can wear white sapphire. 5th house lord Moon is sitting in conjunction with Jupiter, therefore this person can also wear pearl as a stone. The 9th house lord, which happens to be Mars, is in a sextile relationship with Jupiter and it is also sitting in another trine house, which is 5th house. Therefore this person can wear all the three stones: white sapphire, pearl and coral stone. So these are the stones that are beneficial to each of the ascendants, but as you would see that the analysis of which stone to wear and which stone not to wear can only be arrived at after applying certain principles that I said in the introduction. So hope this was clear to you and you will also be able to arrive at what stones are beneficial to you after looking at this video. So if you have liked my video, please do subscribe to my channel and thank you very much for watching.